What's up, guys, and welcome back to some more of The Shell Part 1 Inferno. In the previous recording session, a couple more... Was it a couple more people? I think a couple more people got murked. Alright. Serial killer still out there doing his thing. I discovered that there is an 18-plus patch to this game that is, actually quite useful. Alright, it's not just to see, tits and ass. Like, it's actually useful to play the game properly, so that's nice. I'm glad I found that. But also, there are tits and ass. I did discover that. I didn't realize there was going to be tits and ass in this game, but lo and behold, I found it. As far as story-wise, it's been a hot minute since I last recorded. Let's see, there were... fuck. I forget who the one victim was, but then the most recent victim was like the class president, I think, or like the student council president. I think that's who it was. And she had been all cut up and had like her face cut open. Right, we learned that the serial killer was targeting girls who had had abortions. That was a big part of it. We learned that the student council president was also part of like this group of like delinquents who were involved in some shady shit. And apparently, the serial killer has a big issue against that group, whatever it is. We learned more about what's-her-face's family. I don't fuck her. The girl on the cover of the game, whatever her face is, I know. Toko. Toko, that's what it is. Because there's Toko and Toko. But yeah, we learn more about Toko's family. Everyone seems kind of suspicious in Toko's family. That whole family is just suspicious. Toko herself, her mom, her uncle, her granddad, all of them rubbed me the wrong way. There was that guy at the hospital who looked like an absolute villain. I remember him. So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts here. But I remember for the most part where we're at. So yeah, this is like right after the crime scene where we discovered the class president, and now my boy Reiji here is going to pay a visit to their family because apparently she comes from a big wealthy family, and he's got some questions, I guess, or I don't know. He says something about getting a warrant before, so to like investigate. I don't know exactly if he's just here for questions or if he's gonna try to be a sneaky little bitch, but we're gonna find out. So without further ado, let's jump back into it. I forgot to click back into the game. That's my fault. There we go. Odahime's grandfather, the head of the family, was surprisingly accommodating and led me straight to his granddaughter's room once I told him I was a visiting teacher. From what he told me, the rest of the family had been aware Orihime was acting strange lately, but hadn't the foggiest what to do about it. Though she'd never let anything show on her face, she was still their daughter at the end of the day, and parents never miss that sort of thing. Still, never thought it'd come to this, lamented her grandfather. Unfortunately, this was no time for regrets. I had to search his granddaughter's room. Okay. What about these encyclopedias? A row of thick books stood in a single file. They seemed to be German, Japanese, and Italian-Japanese dictionaries. She had an interest in foreign languages. I leafed through them, but nothing really caught my eye. Probably because a lot of it was in a foreign language I couldn't understand. What's in the drawers? The top drawer contained organized rows of writing implements and accessories. Tried scouring the back too, but found nothing of note. Okay. Second drawer. The middle drawer was full of notebooks. Flipped through them, but it seemed they had nothing but class notes within. There wasn't anything else of particular interest. What about the bottom drawer? Found a photo album in the bottom drawer. It was full of photos dating as far back as to when Orihime was still a little girl. The more I flipped through them, the more a depressing revelation came to light. Orihime was wearing a poker face in nearly all the shots. Hardly did she ever smile. She'd likely been raised not to. She couldn't even take it easy in her own home, could she? What about this picture? No? These binders. 3 folders were lying side by side. I opened one to find it contained newspaper and magazine clippings. She'd carefully glued them all to cardboard. However, none of them seemed particularly noteworthy. Okay, are they all the same? Okay. What about these books? Check the books. There are plays, philosophy texts, psychology books, romance novels, mystery stories, and even foreign works. Orihime sure had been quite the avid bookworm. What about down here? No? This drawer. I opened the cabinet and looked inside. Various bulky objects sat in there. They included music boxes and jewelry boxes. I searched them from top to bottom but failed to find anything particularly unusual. Painting. There were 3 framed landscape paintings on the wall. I couldn't tell what locations they depicted. They were probably from other countries if I had to hazard a guess. Orihime had probably possessed an interest in art as well. I checked the backs of the picture frames but found nothing. What about this little notebook on the... No? This little, like, paper thing that's, like, right on the desk here? No? What about the plant? Framed photo. There was a photograph of a landscape on the desk. It was a perfect match for this tranquil realm. The room felt rather adult compared to Yukari's. That was Orihime in a nutshell, alright? This box. There was a bamboo box on the desk. I removed the lid and snuck a peek inside. Hair clips and combs were neatly arranged within. Didn't seem like anything worth noting was in there. The chair... the window. Okay, we checked like the big thick books, we checked each drawer here, we checked the box, we checked that, we checked the photo. We checked the paintings, we checked the blinder, we checked that, we checked these what about this one? Oh, I had to click on the right cabinet. I see, I see. Indeed, the bottom was slightly elevated. Same. Maybe something was hidden beneath it. Let's find out. Decided I'd check it out after I'd finished searching everywhere else. What the fuck have I missed? Oh, I gotta like click on everything, huh? Didn't find anything worth noting. Nothing. Let me double click everything. Nothing was there. Nothing in there could help. Nothing suspicious. Nothing strange. Nothing suspicious. Nothing in particular. Okay, so we're good. We're good. I'm gonna say we're good. Took everything out of the cabinet and lifted the false bottom. Inside was a book with extravagant binding. I opened it thinking I did the jackpot, but it turned out to be nothing more than an ordinary novel. It was titled The Egg of Neonis. The book in question appeared to be a relatively recent fantasy novel written in a child-friendly style. Pretty bizarre dust jacket for a book like that, though. Skimmed through the pages. Well, I mean, it said egg, so I'm sure that's where, you know, yeah. Much to my surprise, the words Black Egg and Black Madonna came up fairly often. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Was this where the rumor originated? More than likely. I slid off the dust jacket and looked over the book's cover. The author was Shin Katsuragi, probably some up-and-coming novelist. Didn't we see something about Shin Katsuragi? I swear I've heard that name before. We had heard something about him before, right? Whoever that is? Oddly enough, the cover looked familiar. But from where? Wasn't it like... It was something like Shinjuku, right? Where like we were walking by one of the stores and it was like, oh, this new work from this acclaimed author or something? It's time to check my notebook again. Excuse me. Your prescription. Poem. Corpse. Crime scene. Shinzo Mamiya. Okay, girls job request. That was Toko. Kate Cosme. No footprints. Seiki. Yui and Haruka. A corpse. Haruka. To Black Cloth. Girls Academy. Mamiya, the Black Egg. Black Madonna. Corpse. Poem scrap. Divine comedy. The letter. Prescription. Girl. Yui. Wait. Also features her bag and a book. Oh shit, that is the book. Okay. I remember like when we went to Shinjuku one time when it was like, oh, I should go somewhere, that it mentioned that. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, that's the book in the photo. That's right. It was in that photo Yorutsuki Mori took of Yui Nishizono. It was difficult to make out since it was behind her and all. That distinct monochrome design was a dead giveaway. If so, then
Katsuragi Shin.
you would have to pay him a visit. Katsuragi Shin. Went to a bookstore near Kichijoji Station after leaving the Tsukishima estate and purchased a copy of The Egg of Nyanus. After all, I couldn't very well have taken Otohime's, for all sorts of reasons.
あら、今日は早いのね、時坂くん。
Get my cursor right here.
悪い京子、電話貸してくれ。
Asked Kyoko for a favor the moment I stepped into Moon World.
いいわよ。忙しそうね。
ああ。
I dialed the police in a hurry. It wasn't long before Ozumi picked up.
うまくいったのか。ある程度はな。それで調べてもらいたいことができた。他の被害者の自宅を捜索して、ネアニスの卵という本があるかどうか確認してほしい。ネアニスの卵？桂木慎とかいう作家の小説だ。ついでにこの作者についても調べてくれるとありがたい。小説家の方は調べはつくだろうが、外者が本を持っていたかは月島家とほぼ同じ理由で令状は出ないかもしれないぞ。別に家探しする必要もないだろう。家族に聞けばいい。あまり期待するなよ。
Ozumi grumbled on the other end of the phone.
俺はしばらく月世界にいるから、桂木慎の居場所が分かったらこっちに連絡してくれ。
I hung up after that. Since I had time to kill, I decided to read the book while I waited.
時坂さん、こちらへどうぞ。
Hatsune led me to the chair at the furthest end of the counter. A steaming cup of fragrant coffee was already waiting for me.
お疲れのようですから、甘いものも用意
Why
してお
aren't
き
you
ま
just
し
a
た。
sweetie?
ありがとう、初音くん。
コーヒーを入れたのは私なんだけどな。
Kyoko was sulking behind the counter, cheeks inflated like a pufferfish.
分かってるよ。悪いな。電話借りちまって。
いいのよ、そのくらい。
Kyoko smiled and gave me a wave of her hand.
さて。
I kicked back and relaxed as I perused the book. However, the more I read, the more alarming its parallels to this case grew. The story concerned a girl's journey through hell, distributing black eggs to sinners. Those who managed to go 13 days without breaking the egg were granted salvation, but those who broke it were killed by the Black Madonna. It lined up perfectly with that rumor. What's more, the concept of witnessing sinners' torments along the journey through hell was straight out of the Divine Comedy. If that wasn't enough, not only were the punishments basically the same, but they also aligned with the state of the recent victims' bodies. In the story, you had to offer a part of your body to obtain a black egg. The protagonist gathered those parts and tried to create a body for her mother. Unfortunately, believing her mother's head to be within her own egg, the girl broke it, rendering all her effort null and void. Nothing of hers was left behind. Then, the girl started her journey all over again, following the exact same steps in an endless loop. The book was as connected to this case as the sky was blue. Suddenly, the phone rang. I swiftly rose to my feet and I picked it up before Hatsune could.
魚住か。
Yep, happy to hear your voice too, buddy.
俺が電話待っていたんだから当然だろう。で、分かったか。おう、桂木慎ってやつは中野駅近くのビルに事務所。普段はそこで仕事をしているらしいから、今から踏み込めば間に合う。別にそいつを捕まえるわけじゃねえよ。悪いな。助かった。俺には何が何だかわからねえが、とっとと星を突き止めてくれよ。
I'll finger this killer. I might even find out who it is too.
分かってるさ。
I scribbled down the address Ozumi gave me and hung up. Then to pay the Shin Katsuragi a visit. I took the Chuo line from Kichijoji to Nakano. My destination turned out to be just a short stroll from the station's north exit.
ここか。
Before long, I found a door with the nameplate Shin Katsuragi's office on it. I give it a knock and send someone moving on the other side.
どちら様ですか？
Man called out from within.
すみません。こちらは桂木さんの個人事務所でよろしいでしょうか。探偵の時坂と申しますが、少々お話を伺いたく。
申し訳ございませんが、今は可能でした。
待ってください。
I hastily interjected once it became clear he was showing me the door, without even allowing me in to begin with.
桂木さんの著作が犯罪に使われた可能性があるんです。
僕の小説が犯罪？少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいですか？
ええ、もちろん。
Motherfucker's gonna climb out the window or go out like the fire escape or something, right? Because he's connected to it. Glad that worked. Anyone would at least be intrigued upon hearing that the events of their book were being replicated in real life. The door opened, revealing a young man.
お待たせしました。申し訳ありませんが、中は散らかっていまして、ここでもよろしいですか？
What are you hiding? What are you hiding? I don't think you're the killer. I don't think so. But you're hiding something. You're connected to him, right? Hey, I'm busy. Could you come back later? And then it's like, we're investigating these crimes. Oh, well, my office is a bit messy, so let's definitely not go into my office. Like, I don't know, maybe you're just, hiding your massive porno stash or something, but also maybe it's something a bit more sinister, you know?
ええ、お話をお聞かせくださるのでしたら。
There weren't many pedestrians around, so we could be as loud as we wanted without fear of prying ears.
申し遅れました。僕が桂木慎です。
では改めまして、探偵の時坂礼二です。現在は警視庁からの依頼を受けて事件の捜査を行っています。
It was a little white lie, but a necessary one. Besides, Woesme had indeed given me the job.
警察からそういうこともあるのですね。
Katsuragi nodded to himself as if putting the pieces together in his mind.
それで、今起こっている学生の連続殺人事件、この一連の犯罪があなたの本を参考にしたとしか思えない状況が。
それがネアニスの卵なのですね。
そういうことです。内容はあなたが一番よく分かっていらっしゃるでしょう。
そんなことが。しかし、あの話は決して殺人をテーマとしたものではありません。
ええ。罪人を罰する。地獄巡り。ダンテの新曲をモチーフとされていますね。
そうです。かの作品を分かりやすくしてみたものですが、でもそれでしたらその事件も新曲を元にしているのでは。
自分も最初はそう思いました。でも違ったのです。
卵。
He catches on quick. Saves me time, that's for sure.
地獄に落とされてもまだ一縷の望みは残っている。そういう意味で黒い卵というものを出したのですが。
芥川龍之介の雲の糸と同じですね。
一緒ではありませんよ。あちらは人の自己中心的な醜さを表した名著です。
それで、
yeah, anyway,
その黒い
enough of your
卵
humble
です。
bragging. Back to the egg. I quickly rerouted the conversation when I realized we were getting off
被
topic.
害者はおそらく。
Though we couldn't say for sure just yet, I was all but certain of it by this point.
おや、加害者が読んでいるからこそ見立てが行われたのではないですか？
もちろん加害者も読者でしょう。ですが、あなたの著書の読者層は被害者の方が近い。
そうでしょうね。僕の本は女学生に多く読まれているそうですから、大人で読む人はごく少数でしょうね。
Katsuragi rested his chin in his hand, contemplating the matter.
昨年の暮れでしょうか。ネアニスの卵が発売されてすぐ本を読んだという女学生に会いましてね。その頃はまだ僕も駆け出しでしたから、いろいろと話をさせてもらいましたよ。
女学生。名前は覚えていますか？
さあ、持ってきた本にサインはしましたが、その時にも名前は入れていませんから。
Who could it have been? Maybe it was someone I knew. He autographed a copy and gave it to someone. So he gave her the thing shortly after the book came out, right? She disappeared on the 8th. She's not dead yet. She's not dead yet. She's not dead yet. Wait. Toko? Could it be Toko buying something for Toko? That's what my brain's thinking. Like, because out of like the list of people that we have here, who would buy a gift for someone else, and who do we know for sure would be on the receiving end of a gift, right? Like, sure, any of them could potentially be on the receiving end of a gift, but when we look at these names, we know that this bitch is obsessed with this bitch, and she would absolutely buy something for her. Yeah, we know that Yukari and Tojiko are tight friends. We know there's something strange going on with Yui, right? That's definitely a possibility. I don't know. My brain immediately thinks Toko bought something for Toko. But if that were the case, that's true. So that's the thing. I feel like we can definitely rule out Tojiko, right? Absolutely can rule her out, because clearly she wouldn't know. If she knew about this book, when we started like looking into the rumor and whatnot, she would have had something to contribute to that conversation. Same with Yukari. Like, when we asked her about the black egg, do you know anything about that? She might have brought up the book, right? I don't believe we ever asked Ayumu, but I don't think it'd be Ayumu. But, okay, we know that Ayumu could have bought something for Yui. Okay, now to put it in perspective like that, Toko could buy something for Toko, and then Ayumu could buy something for Yui. Or it could be vice versa. Yui could have bought something for Ayumu. That's a tough one. And Ayumu, yeah, that's right. Ayumu was also friends with Haruka. Okay. Huh. Let me check the log again. Oh, no, not save. Let me check the log again. Would you have I autographed her copy, but I didn't make it out to her. Okay, so we're looking for who he made the autograph out to. Not who was there, who brought the book to him, but who he made the autograph out to. That's what we're trying to discern. We saw Orihime's copy, right? We saw the copy. And we know that her copy wasn't signed. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have said something, right? Like, I'm sure he would have said, like, oh, this is a autographed copy of the book. So I don't believe it's... I feel like we can cross Orihime off the list. Once again, I feel like we can absolutely cross, Tojiko and Yukari off the list. Because if they would have known about this book in the first place, they would absolutely have said something. So that leaves us with the victims, Yui and Toko. And Ayumu, I guess. I'm leaning towards Yui. Because at this point, she's the only one who's still alive, that still could potentially be alive. We don't know her status. That we know for sure has a book. We know for sure has a book. The rest of them, maybe they have them, maybe they don't, but we know for sure that she has a copy of the book. I'm gonna go ahead and say Yui.
ひょっとしてこの少女ではありませんか？
ああ、そうだ。
Oh,
この子です。白い制服が印象に残っています
so
ね。
we weren't looking for the person who they signed the book off to. We were looking for the person who came to him. And I just happened to mistakenly be right. Okay. Alright. Okay. So it was Yui. Gotcha.
彼女はこの事件に関連すると思われる
I
件で
mean,
撮
we
影されていま
haven't
す。
had that confirmed yet.
本当ですか？それは何と申し上げればいいのでしょう。
Katsuragi seemed genuinely shocked. Didn't get the sense he was acting, at least. Though admittedly, I wasn't coming clean with him, seeing how we weren't entirely certain Yui Nishizono was dead. Okay.
僕の本が犯罪に使われているのでしたら、これは由々しき事態です。
ええ。その時はぜひよろしくお願いします。
では、僕はこれで。
Katsuragi bowed before sinking back into his office. So he met Yui Nishizono, huh? However, the question remained of whether that fact had any bearing on this case or not. Oh, maybe. I returned to the school. Though it was inevitable, I wasn't looking forward to updating Saike about the day's events. Students were out and about, meaning it was probably lunch break. However, their faces remained as stoic as ever. It was way too quiet for my liking. Considering all that, they probably hadn't been informed of Arahime's murder yet. Otherwise, this place would have been in an uproar. I highly doubted even this student body would be able to keep up their mask once the truth came out.
失礼します。
The staff room was deserted. That made sense. Teachers were probably having an emergency meeting about the murder. Oh well, I'll just have to go join them.
おや、時坂先生。
I bumped into Kisaka in the hallway.
ああ、草加先生。佐伯教頭はどちらですか？
教頭でしたら警察とのお話があるそうで。
そうでしたか。
I couldn't nix reporting to him then. Instead, I decided to pay the Takashio clinic a visit to learn what I could in the meantime.
すみませんね。
いえ、僕は構いませんよ。
Turned around and departed for the Takashio clinic. I rode the Seiba Shinjuku line to I always have to stop and think about this one. Takadano Baba, and hurried over to the Takashio clinic. There I marched right in, ignoring the sign reading autopsy in progress at the front door. Oh, I might have to...
おや時坂はん、もう来たんですか？
Natsume was sipping tea in the operating room. The autopsy table was clean.
そないにあの子の結果が知りたかったんですか？
ええ。お願いします。
おいなら行きます。仏さんは月島織姫、大場女学院のこの辺は知っとりますな。
Yeah, let's get to the
死因は全身に及ぶ創傷による失血死。じわじわと殺していったみたいやね。
夏目さんの感想は結構です。
Yeah, I don't need the director's commentary, thanks.
死体観察なんて解剖医の感想が全てです。んで、全ての傷に生活反応が見られますな。もちろんお口もお腹。
今度は生きたまま全てが進められたということですか？
せやね。お腹も足も事前にモルヒネを注射しとりますから、ずいぶん慣れてきてますな。施術中は出血も少なかったんちゃいますやろか。亡くなったんもずいぶん後みたいですし。
確か最初に現場で目撃されたのは
推定死亡時刻もその頃やね。今回の仏さんは簡単に殺しちゃあかんって。
それが夏目さんの勘。
Not that I hadn't considered the same possibility myself.
今までの仏さんはほぼ一撃で亡くなっとりますやろ。首をひねったのがいい例や。
殺しておいて慈悲も何もないでしょう。
せやね。
子宮はどうでしたか？
うん、そこも今までと同じや。子宮がくり抜かれて黒い卵の殻が詰め込まれとる。膣には成功の跡もありましたが、堕胎した形跡はありまへんでしたわ。
堕胎していない？
うまくしとったんちゃいますやろか。
そうですか。
It seemed I'd need to have another talk with Kohara Yamanochi at the Kichiki Pathological Research Institute.
仏さんから分かることは今んとここんくらいやね。ああ、お口の中入っとった紙切れについては、
Yeah,
夕方に
is
で
that
も来て
update
な。
gonna cost me?
もう一枚の方についてはどうですか？
That scrap on Orime's pocket still bugged me.
うん、 そっちも後回しやね。そういっぺんに何でもできひんって。
それもそうですね。
I just have to come back in the evening then.
わかりました。それではよろしくお願いします。
うん、任せとき。
I left the clinic and took a bus from Takadanobaba Station to Nakano. Trip sure would have been a hell of a lot faster if only there was a subway route connecting the two, though. But personal gripes aside, I reached the station after an uneventful trip before walking over to the Kichiki Pathological Research Institute. Arase's grumpy face greeted me as soon as I entered. Oh, is that the loudly looking motherfucker? Yeah!
どうも。
We exchanged, greetings, for lack of a better word.
所長はいないぞ。
いえ、今日は山之内先生に用がありまして。
さっさと済ませて帰ってくれ。
Don't tell me when to beat it.
お、
Damn, who pissed in his miso?
失礼します。山之内先生はおられますか？
あら、時坂先生でよろしかったですよね。
Kahara came out from behind her desk.
ええ。またお尋ねしたいこ
そうですか。こちらへどうぞ。
I had a seat on the visitor's couch at her
以
urging.
前こちらで堕胎手術についてお尋ねしましたが、もう一人調べてもらいたい人がいるのです。
月島織姫さんですか。
彼女は堕胎手術を受けていないと思われますが、通院した記録などが残
ええ、わかりました。
Kahara scrutinized the shelves by the wall. I doubt this had anything to do with why Orihime was murdered, but it never hurt to check.
あら、月島さん、学院での定期検診には出席されていなかったようですね。
そうなんですか？
ええ、学院生の記録もこちらで保管しているのですが。
Kahara frowned quizzically.
ではこちらで治療を行ったこともないと？
そのようですね。月島さんといえば大きな家ですから、専属の主治医などがいたのかもしれません。
そうですか。
嫁入り前の娘が身ごもるのは決して名誉なことではありませんから
Also
ね。
true.
そうでしょうね。
Suddenly a question crossed my mind.
山之内先生、ここへは皆家族に付き添われてくるのですよね。
ええ、ほとんどの方が母親に付き添われて来院されますね。
西園由衣が来院された際、
Her mother had passed away last autumn. So had she come here all by herself, or?
西園さんは昨年の暮れに来院されてますが、一人だったかしら。いや、診察室へはお一人でしたが、外でどなたかが待っていたように思います。
それは
そこまではちょっと。お兄さんでしょうか。年上の男性でしたが。
Yui Nishizono's brother? I never heard anything about that. No, hold up. Maybe it was the man she was dating. But would a member of a prostitution ring like Yui Nishizono really be dating anyone? It wasn't impossible. There was at least one guy I could think of who would fit the bill. The man she came here with was probably... I mean, what's his face? Yeah, Gutsuki Mori. The man that everyone thought they were dating. But she also said it was an older guy. Well, it's definitely not this guy. I mean, look at him. But also, maybe. Now, see, that would be a twist. That would be a twist. If it were the vice principal. That's the thing, though. Obviously, like, this woman does the checkups at the school. She would know who the vice principal is, right? She would know. But God, imagine that twist. He's the head of the prostitution ring. Oh, bro. It's not our boy Shugo. Off. Now see. I could believe that. I could see that. I could see him being involved somehow. I could see it. I really could. And then this Shinzo Mamiya guy. But our obvious suspicion is probably this guy.
ひょっとしてこの男ではありませんか？
でも確か精神科に通っている方だったと思います。
shit. I didn't save. You don't have a button to like. Okay, well, I'll just save here for now. I know. I normally don't like save scumming like this, especially with stories like this, but I'm curious. My own curiosity is getting the better of me. Oh, fuck, I gotta go through the whole investigation again. Okay. So let's save again. And now I want to make a second guess. Because obviously this is what we think it's going to be, right? We think it's going to be Yorotsuki Mori. But what if I followed my gut instinct, right? I don't think it's vice principal because obviously I think she would know who the vice principal was. Like, oh, she came here with an older man, but I wasn't quite sure who it is. Obviously she would know who the vice principal of the school is. Still stand by that one. But let's follow, and obviously it's not our boy Uozumi. That would be crazy. Don't believe it for a second though. Obviously she would know who the fuck Murase is, or the director, or like Kachiki's family. Oh, but she... Oh. She would know the teachers, right? And apparently he's been to the Pathological Research Institute. And see, this one we don't have any image to offer them. So we can't be like, was it this guy? So I won't be too save scummy about this, but I feel like the only one that we could legitimately point a finger at would be him. That's really all we got left. It's obviously not Uozumi. The woman would recognize the vice principal. Would she recognize all the teachers, though? This thing, he's been to this place before, and also he's a teacher at the school. I feel like she would recognize him. I don't think it's Shugo at all. We don't have a picture to offer of him. I don't think she would recognize. She would definitely recognize these two. Oh, obviously off rip. I feel like she would know about, Kachiki's son. Right? So I feel like, and this is the obvious answer that we would go with. I feel like we throw out this guy.
ひょっとして
そうです。確かこの方です。確か精神科に通っているはず。
Tell me I can't do deductions. I just clicked on Mori the first time because it was the obvious answer. But my gut feeling was telling me that wasn't the right answer. And obviously the game told me it wasn't the right answer. Yeah, no, I'm running with this. That motherfucker brought her to... Okay. Now we're cooking. See, I know what's up. Don't act like I don't know what's up. I knew. I fucking knew.
そうなんですか
Let's fucking go. I never could have imagined Shin Katsuragi would have any ties to this place.
精神科は斉藤先生が担当されています。詳しい話
So
は
have a
こちら
chat
で
with
お
Dr.
聞きになった
Saito
方が
then.
よろしいかと。
わかりましたいろいろとありがとうございます
I leaned forward and bowed. Okay then, let's pay the psych ward a visit. Yeah, and then let's go give some questions to our man Katsuragi, huh? Left Kaora's office after she wrote me a letter of introduction. Now, which way does the psych ward?
私に用があるというのは君で
Turn around, finding myself face to face with a man in a doctor's coat.
精神科医の斉藤玉樹です以後お見知りおきを
ええよろしく
簡単なことですよ山之内くんから内線連絡が来たので参加に男性が一人でいるのですからすぐに分かりましたよ
なるほど
立ち話もなんですから私の部屋に案内しましょう
Saito turned around and led the way. He brought me to his office in the psych ward. I was greeted by a large painting on the wall as I entered.
確か参加に通っていた西園さんと一緒にいた男性を探しているとか
ええ この少女なのですが、
I showed Saito her photograph.
一緒にいたのは桂木慎という男で間違いあり。
桂木。ええ、そうですね。彼は確かに私が見ています。
The thick plot.
西園結衣と共にいたのを見た。
院外で一緒にいるのを見たことはありますよ。ただし、それ以上のことは知りません。
そうですか。
Shin Katsuragi claimed he didn't know Yui's name. However, that wouldn't be unusual if they'd first met here.
そうそう。西園さんといえば、彼女のお兄さんも私が見ていますよ。
なんですって。
This was news to me. None of Yui Nishizono's records ever pointed to her having a brother.
しまったな。
An embarrassed look washed over Saito's face.
患者の個人的なことについて、我々はおいそれと口に出してはならないのですが。
すみません。そこをな。
仕方ありませんね。
Saito sighed and shifted in his seat.
私が聞いた話では、西園さんのご家庭は大戦末期に離婚されているそうですね。妹さんは母親に引き取られ、西園姓になったのでしょうね。
その
戦後の混乱で戸籍が随分と失われました。そのせいでしょうね。記録上では兄弟として認められていないと言っていましたよ。
草か。達彦ですか。
No way. Tatsuhiko Kosaka and Yui Nishizono are siblings? Ooh, I knew he was involved. No, not the log, dumbass. I knew this man was involved. I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was involved in some way, shape, or form. So wait, are he... Because he's like a recent teacher, right? Someone who's recently came on? So is he working in tandem with Yui? Because we know Yui... We don't know for sure that Yui's dead. We don't know for sure that Yui's dead. Are they working in tandem? Are they working together?
彼は大場女学院の教師でしたね。
He sure is.
どうだったのでしょうか。十数年の時を経て再会した妹は自分のことを知らず、それでも教師として接しなくてはならない。
Saito shuffled over to the painting.
彼女が失踪したと知った時、彼の苦悩はいかほどのものだったのでしょうか。
The painting, entitled Purgatory by Shinzo Mamiya, depicted droves of people suffering amidst towering flames.
なんせ年が明けて以降、彼がここへ来ることは
Or
ありま
maybe
せんで
he's
した。
hiding shit. Or maybe he's hiding shit. Maybe he did reunite with his sister, now they're hiding shit. Excuse me. Fuck. Ugh. But maybe he's hiding shit?
来ていないのですか。
Yeah, he stopped seeing you? Huh? Because he's on some fucking sneak shit?
ええ。ですがそれこそが彼の苦悩を物語っていると思いませんか。
Oh, he's not suffering. Oh, he's not suffering. No. No. He's doing
自
sneak
分は
shit.
ただの探偵ですから、そこまでの心理分析はできませんよ。
Yet, despite that, I couldn't help but imagine it. Losing your own sister must be a hell on earth. I know I'd have absolutely lost if Yukari ever went missing. But wouldn't it be normal for most people in that position to tear heaven and earth apart looking for their sister? That was what I'd do, at least.
人の心など千差万別。表現の仕方は心の数だけあるんですよ。
Saito soothingly remarked as such, like I'd worn my thoughts right on my sleeve.